everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today in Anime Reaction, we watched the 8th episode of the 2nd season of Kono Subarashii! If you want to check out our reaction to the 8th episode of the 2nd season of Kono Subarashii, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And
thanks for watching.
So, on this episode of Kono Subarashii, they finished up the fight with the, what was it, the runner kites or whatever?
Freedom ostriches.
The Freedom Chocobos.
Freedom chocobos.
America.
Yeah, basically, as it turns out, they weren't going to attack. They were running a race, I guess.
And they chose out darkness as the obstacle to jump over.
So basically, they're all running at darkness and jumping over her. So yeah, they use darkness as bait, lure them to a Ayers rock, basically, that has a cave, and then put darkness in front of the cave, and all the kites jump over and run into the cave. Megumin seals up the cave with explosion. End of fight. Afterwards, during the night, some zombies show up because they were attracted by Aqua's holy powers.
As fucking usual.
Yeah. I'll go into a little bit more detail about that because it actually follows something from the novels that wasn't really explained in the first season that much. I don't think, anyway. It's been like a year since the first season. But,
yeah, this little scene was rather quick. Aqua wakes up, uses Turn Undead, knocks Wiz out.
Almost kills Wiz, really.
And that's about it.
Yeah, literally almost kills Wiz.
Oh, yeah, and everybody is praising the team because they're doing a fantastic job.
But Kazuma, who knows the truth,
Yeah,
he feels so bad about it.
Yeah, he has a guilty conscience, I guess. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so they show up to town. Then Aqua reveals the reason why she was so keen to go. It wasn't the hot springs. It was the fact that the hot springs town is basically the center for the Axis cult, which is the cult that worships her.
And boy, did they take after their goddess.
Yeah, they're scumbags.
Total scumbags.
The whole bit in that town struck me as very pyramid schemey.
Pyramid schemey.
Everyone's using the hard sell.
Honestly, that's all that it appeared to me. So I assume that the members of the Axis cult get some sort of bonus when they sign up new members, like in a pyramid scheme. So they're very, 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 very pushy about it.
When you bring little kids into the equation.
Yeah, like, that was probably the best one, to be completely honest. Just, like, you get a little kid running, she trips, skins her knee.
Yeah, and then also after all these people with various gimmicks and little scams to try to get them, try to get Cosmo to sign the dotted line, you think the kid's innocent. And then she asks you, oh, how do you write your name?
Here, show me, and hands him a form.
Oh, God.
Close. Almost got him.
Almost. Came within inches. Though I gotta say, though, despite, this little hard sell gimmick being like the big gag for the latter half of the episode, I think the real highlight was when they ate in the restaurant after it became known throughout town that Darkness is a member of the Eris cult.
Well, yeah, at first she tells the person that she's a member of the Eris cult, and probably not expecting that the person to act the way that she did. And then, yeah. And then walks away and looks back.
Tries for emphasis.
Yeah. But she likes that treatment, so she probably keeps telling people.
But, oh man, the waitress is a fucking savage. And for our guest from the Eris cult, on the house. Fucking dog bone, yo.
Dog bone in a dog bowl on the floor.
Yeah, that totally got Darkness off. She wants to move there.
She literally asked Cosmo if they could move there.
Absolutely not!
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But yeah, so in the early parts of the episode, the bit that I wanted to talk about with Aqua and her holy magic attracting the zombies. Basically, so yesterday I went and picked up the first volume of Kono Suba because it was finally released in English by Yin Press. It is a pretty good translation, I would say. And I read through it all last night. It's a light novel. It's actually not even that thick for a light novel. But there's the part where they meet Wiz, which was in this season rather than the first season like it should have been. And basically it's revealed that Aqua naturally draws undead to her because of her immense holy power, because they want to be
they want to be purified.
They want to be purified. They want to be sent to the next world.
That makes sense.
I think it might have touched on it during the early parts of this season, but I cannot for the life of me remember if it was actually said during the first season with the undead. I do remember in the fight with Dullahan that his forces were attracted to Aqua, and that's the reason why. But I can't remember if it said it outright or not. But yeah, that's the reason why the pack of zombies shows up in the middle of the night.
Oh, the more you know.
The more you know. And they got their wish.
Yeah. Well, they're all purified.
One of our guys in chat here was like the zombie designs wasn't all too intriguing. I really didn't like the zombie designs. They looked weird. They looked extremely weird.
They looked excessively Western cartoonish.
Yeah, they looked really cartoony, which I find kind of interesting because in the novels, when they describe the zombies, they're very realistic sounding. Like talking about the zombies in Dullahan's army. If you looked too hard through the gaps in the plate, then you would see rotting flesh. Which, I mean, in the anime, it is a comedy anime, you know.
It's a comedy anime, yes, but I mean, it's still anime. These zombies look like they'd be, natural fit in an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I think most of Scooby-Doo did a better job of doing zombies than this. Like,
actually, yeah.
This was. It was almost like a return to Digimon. Like this weird childish cartoon.
Yeah, it almost does remind me of zombies in a more children-oriented show.
Yeah.
But again, this is a comedy series, which is probably why they went for that design.
It'll also be a lot simpler to draw up, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it's not like the zombies showed up for a lot of time anyway.
Yeah. Something else I like about this scene is they actually showed off, or not this scene, but this little portion, the whole nighttime in between, was they showed off some other things that Cosma has, like under his belt. He has a smithing skill. Yeah. And which would be very, very useful, as seen here. So during the first part, when they're dragging Darkness behind the carriage, her armor gets fucked up because she's being drugged behind a fucking carriage. Yeah. Over rough terrain, no less. So during the dinner scene before the zombie scene, it shows Kazuma sitting by the fire and he's repairing Darkness's armor, which I like that they showed it because Kazuma is he's very well-rounded in terms of the skills that he's acquiring, and so it does make sense that he would pick up a smithing skill. He's almost like a character from Elder Scrolls, where you have all the skills. You may not be really good at it, but you have the ability to do all the things.
But I mean that's basically like his class is adventure. It's
He's not
like
pigeonholed.
yeah, literally described as a jack of all trades, master of none. So
we also found out that his little foresight thing can see in infrared.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
And also kind of weird because aren't zombies supposed to be dead and therefore not have a heat signature?
Shit.
You're welcome.
Actually, I knew that. That's why I was kind of pointing out. You just kind of beat me to the punch.
I know. I figured. It was kind of an elephant room.
Maybe being undead creates a certain amount of heat.
True.
The act of decomposing can also create some heat.
That's true. Maybe friction from movement. All right.
I think I'm grasping at straws here.
Yeah,
very tiny
before we
straw.
turn it into a biology lecture here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that like this whole episode, Cosmo and Darkness, the chemistry and hysteria that goes between this is really what kills this episode. Sorry, makes this episode killing me.
Let's say
in the process.
They totally killed it.
Well, yeah, I like. Obviously, there's the bits of in the early part where she's being dragged behind the carriage, or she recommends that they drag her behind the carriage.
Classic, hilarity.
Classic hilarity. But like when I forgot what she screamed, but it was like Kazuma, and then she screamed something.
This feels so good, or something.
And then
that.
Kazuma's like, "Hey, don't say my name in that context." Or like when Cosmo wakes up and he senses something's wrong before the zombies show up, he tries to wake up Megumin and Wiz, and then he's like, "Okay, if you don't wake up, I'm gonna do something."
And Darkness like a ghost. Don't do it. Or something like that.
The hell were you gonna do?
Yeah, you're gonna do what now? And then the parts where they're walking around, of course, are funny whenever the members of the Axis cult are
pitching the cult to them.
Well, no, whenever they get pissed off because Darkness is from the Eris cult.
I didn't quite like this. I did like the dynamic that was going on between everybody. I did like that Cosmo's like, oh my god, these evangelical bastards.
Yeah, and just how as they walk through town, both Cosmo and Darkness just get more and more exasperated.
Well, Darkness is exasperated in different ways. I think she is getting tired from the amount of time she's... Anyway.
I think that was kind of the purpose of the latter half of the episode, how they kept driving that joke into the ground, is because the characters are not enjoying... Well, Darkness is enjoying it in certain ways. However, Kazuma is not enjoying the situation at all, and I think that was the whole point of it. Yeah. The reason why they showed it so many damn times was to make us feel the same kind of exasperation that Kazuma does.
Right.
And it just makes me hate religious nutcases a little bit more than I already did. Stop knocking on my door, please. Please.
Especially when I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
I work at night.
Oh god. But yeah, if I had to say one thing, I would say I really need more Megumin. They focus on Darkness a lot.
So far
between the end of the last season and this whole season, they focus on Darkness a lot.
It might actually be just because it's actually a story of Cosmo and Darkness other than Cosmo and Aqua. I wouldn't mind that, honestly, because those two actually fit.
That they end up as OTP?
Yeah, Aqua is like...
Well, like in the novel, there's a lot of times where Cosmo is basically like, Darkness is really, a very beautiful woman. She's very gorgeous. And then she opens her mouth and it just like ruins it for him. Right. Which is, it's basically what happens in the anime. But does it very repeatedly in the first novel. And he, as he stated, he cannot think of Aqua as a heroine. She's just too worthless. And he doesn't look at Megumin that way because she's 3 years younger than him, and Cosmo's 16 in the novels. So I think that's the reason why they end up pushing the darkness angle, I guess. Also the fact that I haven't read up to the novel that they're on, which is probably about novel 4 by now. But I would imagine that that's probably the way that the story is going in the novel. Granted, there are a bunch of novels after that, so there's probably also novels that focus on the other girls too, I would imagine. I just, I don't know. I would like a better mix. But I think that's about all I had to say about that one.
About this episode.
Yep.
Oh wait, we forgot something. We totally forgot something. And by the way, this came up in chat. Hey, you forgot something. Union.
Everybody forgot Union.
Everybody forgot Union.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Poor Union.
She came up to the mansion with a big thing of roasted pig.
She brought a whole roasted pig to the mansion to share with everybody, and nobody was there, and it was so fucking cute.
It's cute and crushing at the same time.
Poor
I'm
Union.
I'm sorry, Union. Poor Union.
Anyway, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help us out, go ahead and check out our Patreon page.